Nice. Boy, Enrique gave it to McCowan, who couldn't finish. Behind the back again for Clark. Give her another assist and a chance for a three-point play for Smith.
In transition. Whoop. And a little spin on the finish as NaLyssa Smith went to the line and did in fact complete the three-point play.
Yeah, three behind the back Caitlin Clark passes.
The turnover ratio in her career last season. Clark gets away with a little push. Holloway buries it. And a little reaction for the crowd.
She's really good and savvy with the basketball in her hands and going left.
See, this is the small lineup I'm talking about with Caitlin Lou Samuelson at the 4.
Clark bounce pass it, Smith again.
By Caitlin Clark to recognize two bigs, and NaLyssa Smith sees that she has a wide open lane to the bucket. Just a great delivery. I mean, putting it on the money for
Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a three.
Got a little separation. Now watch Caitlin Clark get a little separation there. See, when the hand extends from the body, that is usually when they call an offensive foul.
Here's Clark, thinking about a bomb, the hesitation, the take, the lead. Reese the lay, Clark to Reese, what you've been waiting for.
Forward to the rookie connection. Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese.
There's just 1 of 5.
How about back? Bidley running the floor there. And the find there from Clark.
Clark head up as always, just run with it and finish it. Head on a swivel.
Or just close more quickly.
Clark zips it in. In fact, Benlay finishes. What a dart from Caitlin Clark.
Slips the screen, like beautifully delivered. We talk about
Lebish hounding Clark. Clark, step back three, knocks it down. Take a look here at a career first.
Just step back, going right, I may add. It's usually step back, going left.
Caitlin hit it. Clark finding her way, pushing in transition, leading her way, pulling up and knocking down.
Clark working on Cunningham, gets inside. Clark gets it to go. And the foul. Double digits.
Near the three-point line. And that's way too late with a caliber player like herself.
Just a few shifts, a downshift there, the deceleration and the finish at the rim.
Clark goes behind her back to get by Odyssey Sims, and that electrifies the crowd.
Good matchup, but wait a minute, hold up. Oh my goodness. And see, all right.
They called it on Howard, her second. If anything, I thought maybe Kalani Brown might have been whistled for something.
Yeah, I didn't see that call at all.
Caitlin Clark.
3 and some change left to play here in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark pulls it back, knocks it down. Her third 3 of the quarter.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you're going at Stewart. And how about this for another creation of her shot? And
So the best thing you can do as a defender is not give it to her.
Clark.
Stay loose.
Back-to-back triples for Caitlin Clark.
Washington has.
Did not hit a three in the first quarter, the Mystics. Clark way downtown, knocks down a three. Did not hit a three in the first quarter, the Mystics. Clark way downtown, knocks down a three.
In the slot, off a pin down, feet under her shoulders, and launch.
Now Clark from the blind side, the steal and a bucket. Indiana on an 18-3 run as Clark directs traffic. Clark lobbing it in, what a find, and Boston the finish. A delectable dime from Caitlin Clark. Hines Allen will launch and miss on a three ball. Mystics have opened up 0-4 from the floor. Clark, good feed inside, it's Samuelson.
Basketball by Katie Lou Samuelson, and Caitlin on a dime right there.
This will be their third.
Caitlin Clark asks for the ball, and that's why.
Clark with the basketball. 9 total points in the game. Steps it back from 3. Knocks it down. Caitlin Clark's second deep shot.
Clark, pull up 3. That one. Caitlin Clark was most recently named Rookie of the Month in the WNBA. The confidence personified by the youngster. Not afraid of the moment.
Around women's basketball, they understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue, Clark connects on another bomb. Clark's career high, her jersey number. It's 22 points. She's closing in on it. Give and go with Boston. Clark, kick out. Here's Mitchell. You bets.
Watch these plays right here. Good basket cut, and then instead of trying to challenge against the shot blocker inside, she kicks it to Mitchell.
They're such good athletic specimens, and I think it's so much fun to see like how Megan Gustafson has recreated her body. She changed herself from a post in college to being a power forward in the WNBA. It's amazing how that they...
Brink lobbing it inside. Hamby denied. It's 22, Caitlin Clark.
Good help from the weak side. That's what I'm talking about. Don't
Had Mitchell right there, did not see her. Mitchell was wide open on the wing. Here's Smith, the floater is good off the dime from Clark.
Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a 3 and knocks it down.
Good job by the Dream getting back in transition defense because that's where Kelsey Mitchell likes to strike.
Wallace left alone, and another triple goes down for Indiana.
Here's Clark pedaling it forward. Clark dipping in, finds Boston beautifully for the finish.
They've scored 10 points off of 6 Fever turnovers, so that's really the difference in the game right now. Clark leaning and hitting. Wow!
And all of them are above the break except for one corner triple.
Averaging almost 3 per game.
Indiana, at least in the fourth quarter, an 8-3 rebounding advantage. Clark pulls, fires, hits, 4-3.
Caitlin Clark has let the game come to her today. She hasn't been forcing things, and this is not an easy shot going to her left.
She wasn't going to be able to see Katie Lou after last night's game, so today, really the first time they're seeing her.
Clark, out of the inbounds.
Wow, why can't I giggle?
Look at this beautiful step back. Caitlin Clark yet again rising.
Defensive board or a turnover and push pace the other way. First in the league in fast break points.
Clark connects on a deep 3.
And Finlay, I love it. Pretty with the finish. There's been many times early in this season where that has not been the case and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them, oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson.
Meg McDonald, Chrissy Winter-Scott, Megan McPeak with you here. Clark pulls off that screen, knocks it down, even with her body fading. She can still control that shot. Open in the corner of her eye, and she knocked it down.
Caitlin Clark scoreless since 5:51 left in the first quarter, and she post feeds Aaliyah Boston. Clark's got 14 blocks in her WNBA career, and it ends with a Boston bucket.
Can't hit on 3. She's got 9, 8, and 5 right now. Clark with the step back deep 2. Money.
Well, that takes care of one category.
It's not the most inviting carpet. Nice look. Wallace gets free, waits, and lays it in. Off another dime from Caitlin Clark. Her 7th assist. Now Mitchell on the steal.
Nice shot there for Rebecca Allen. Also played Christy Wallace on Team Australia. But this Indiana offense is playing with some serious pace. And Clark has 7 assists in the first quarter.
It takes 3 members of the national team to secure the rebound. Knocked away by Clark. Here's Clark ahead of the field. Caitlin Clark has her first All-Star point.
Sabrina Ionescu, one of the best three-point shooters, set all kinds of three-point records last year. Here's Caitlin Clark driving. She's got the first 5 points.
Wow, Hamilton was on her, still knocked it down, but that opens up her penetration game.
Clark. 6 to shoot. Backing down. Clark leans in and banks it home. An astute and composed take there from Caitlin Clark.
And Hamby had a clear out.
Giroux turns, ducks in. Benlay stays with her. Blocked from behind. That was Clark. Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull. Back to Clark. She will launch and bury a 3. Sabrina had this crowd on a string at Barclays as Clark able to bank it in on the drive. Really?
It's about being confident in who you are and your ability, and it's not about your competition, who you're playing. It's about being confident in who you are.
Caitlin Clark with pull-ups, got 16.
Caitlin coming off of a screen, give her just an inch. She just needs to find a way to get a little bit of space.
Here's Clark turning the corner, lays it in. 10 points in the first for Caitlin Clark.
And you'll see it here, Aaliyah Boston just right there. Enough space, forces the switch. Jonquil Jones a really good rim protector, but Caitlin gets
points of 9 of 13 shooting.
And 12 assists now for Seattle.
Clark answers, and that is the first triple of the game.
Here's Clark. Here comes Sabally. Clark drags her out, races in. Clark will lay it home. 22 points.
Sprinkle a little zone in. This is the Atlanta team has the worst field goal percentage in the league. Good coaching move.
Clark turns the corner and gets to the rim.
Dean Gainbridge down there might be worn out by the end of the year. She's hit a couple shots from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse logo. Here's Clark on the drive and the finish.
Turning the corner right here, doing a good job of attacking off the that screen. It is a straight line drive. She gets it high off the glass.
Clark looking for a screen, didn't get one. Now Will from Boston splits the double team. She'll flip it up with the right hand and score. Caitlin Clark with 5 first quarter points.
The only person shooting better from the 3 by percentage than her teammate Kayla McBride.
Clark takes it right to Courtney Williams. We can expect to see different people try to defend her. All-Star game coming your way on Saturday. Both teams shooting at least 50% after 3 quarters. Okay, beautiful.
Another really well-executed play. Good job of moving her feet, but it's her lower body that makes the contact. But then here's the screen, right? The flare and then the...
Clark left alone. Bad idea.
I don't know where the defense is. Sprint back, then turn and find. And give credit to Caitlin Clark, where she just stays on the attack in the open floor.
And another turnover, and Clark beats the pack back.
In studio.
What's up, Ari? Welcome to the studio, girl.
Caitlin, off glass.
Get by playing together, and you will hear all of these Fever players talk about the flow that they're developing.
Caitlin gives.
Again, keeping her dribble alive. We saw this a lot in the first quarter. This time,
Tyus, and then now Tina Charles as well. That is a lot of size and strength and experience on the interior.
Clark on the drive, gets inside, and there's her first bucket in this building. It is so enticing for Fever fans, for WNBA fans, how they open up. I told us the other day, I know I'm going to get grabbed, I'm going to get chucked. Backdoor, Clark lays it in as she loses Lainey Hamilton. Clark and Lainey Hamilton getting into it a little bit verbally.
Just a great cut, backdoor by Caitlin Clark.
To be disciplined, just 2 personal fouls here through 3 quarters. DeJournette has taken a new step.
Clark lays it in, a little hesitation works.
We've seen Caitlin Clark have success doing this a few times here early in the WNBA season.
It's the closest the Fever have been since early second quarter. Indiana's battle back within 3. Dangerous pass. It's Clark who's off to the races. And Caitlin Clark pulls the Fever back within 1. That 3-point shot a little bit more this year, but Indiana's defense has been really aggressive, forcing the turnover.
Fag Benlay right there makes that play, allows Clark to anticipate.
Utility from 3 for the Sparks, 0 for 9, and Caitlin Clark says, "You're gonna give me the lane, I'm gonna take it." Head up, nobody stops her.
And Smith misses on the bank shot as the pace starts to pick up here from Indy. The hesitation, Clark gets to the rim.
And you force a Seattle timeout. And Clark recognizing a mismatch in transition. Good hesitation.
Clark with it. We got a tie ball game. Clark unties it. 2-point lead, and now the Fever are feeling it.
That's what 6'5" would do for you. I don't have that luxury. Nice give and go. Clark right at the cup, and she gets the bucket. After one, it's LA 22.
Much better for Connecticut.
Caitlin Clark strong to the rack. And applause from the crowd here at Mohegan Sun. First bucket for Clark.
Christy Side's going to trust her second-year pro. 5 fouls, just under 8 minutes to play. Clark finds some space and hits a three. Much of this
Watch
over the last week.
She stays right behind Boston and changes her pace just to get enough space. Brilliantly done by Caitlin Clark.
From 3 and missed 5 of their 10 free throws.
Nice backdoor feed by Boston. You saw some eye contact between Boston and Clark before the ball came inbounds. It's just a great...
And we're going to expect a big night here for Cunningham. She does a good job stepping in when she needs to.
Clark, she's putting on a show here in the early going.
A bounce pass through the lane there, but of course, she finds a way to make it look pretty. And then,
I mean, the three-point contest can't wait for this year after what Sabrina Ionescu did last year. And you got Team USA against Team All-Stars. Clark connects on her third three of the game.
First turnover for either team. And Clark penetrating. Opens up 3 for 3 with a quick 7 points.
Clark getting it done from 3, but also, how about taking it to the rim?
And the Fever now have to go the length of the floor, which is their biggest obstacle here without a lot of time. Inbound Wallace. Wallace gets it ahead to Clark. Clark will drive, get to the rim, lay it in. It's a 4-point game.
This is a well-executed play right here. Clark up the sideline. And the foot speed, has the foot speed advantage there.
Composure and be her balance so well around the basket.
There's Caitlin Clark. Wow, what a answer from her.
We need to get back to the inside-outside game where they're coming off of a loss against the Mystics. They want to clean some things up.
Caitlin Clark's first shot. She drives, penetrates.
Clark on the hesitation. Clark for the big shots.
Did you drive with 5 on the floor? Like I did back in the
standard. At least 2 of us know what's going on. Clark at the other end.
First time this season, the Fever tip off a game currently in a playoff spot. They moved up to 8th with that win over Chicago as Clark gets inside and has the first 2 points of the night.
I love the guard-to-guard action where
Asia Wilson and Kelsey Plum combining for 42 of Vegas's 61 points. Clark was able to drive and comes away holding on to her eye. Lainey Hamilton dribbles right into that. Can't get the 3-pointer. And the 8th rebound for Caitlin Clark. The runner falls off the glass, and Clark's first field goal since...
Washington's missed their first 5 shots of the fourth. Here is Clark turning on the Jets. Clark gets to the rim.
yeah, I had an old coach back in high school call it organized chaos, meaning being able to play fast but under control.
And here's Clark, who lays it in on the other end. Celeste Taylor was signed about 6 hours ago. Big shot there by Sophie Cunningham. And then off of the make, look at Clark just running the floor, gets right